TechCam.
Hi, I'm Prayson Pate. I'm the CTO of the Edge Cloud Group at ADVA, where I also lead solutions marketing. Joining me today is Mike Heffner, who is the general manager of the Edge Cloud Group. Hi, Mike. How you doing?
Doing well. Good to talk to you.
Great to have you here today. We're going to be talking about our new Ensemble SmartWAN solution. SmartWAN provides the essential benefits of software-defined WAN, or SD-WAN, without the need for any additional virtual network functions, or VNFs. SmartWAN users get a turnkey solution that provides dynamic virtual routing, centralized management, and complete visibility to the network topology. SmartWAN combines two industry-leading software packages from ADVA and 6WAN. SmartWAN users get an economical and efficient alternative to hardware appliances, and they still get all of the benefits of Ensemble, including support for a wide variety of standard servers and standard VNFs. Mike, let me bring you in now. We've had Ensemble in market now for 5 years. What are the trends we've seen that led to the creation of SmartWAN?
Yeah, sure. So from the beginning of the kind of the NFV UCP cycle, the most popular use case we saw was really focused around delivering networking and security applications to the enterprise customers. The initial UCP solutions were focused primarily on virtualizing routing and firewall appliances and then running them on commodity white box servers. However, the UCP market didn't really begin to take off until the introduction of SD-WAN. Now, initially, the business drivers for SD-WAN were pretty obvious and generally aligned with the drivers for NFV. SD-WAN offered the ability to leverage cheaper access network infrastructure, and because it was developed as a software application, it allowed enterprises to break free of vendor lock-in that was held by these monolithic routing and security appliances. Over time, a number of the SD-WAN solutions started to begin to adopt the Cisco and Juniper, one-stop model, where they were combining various networking applications and features, and then integrating security and optimization and a number of other things into a single package that also then began to get pre-integrated with certain hardware devices. So the SD-WAN market started to, resemble a new form of vendor lock-in. However, what we've seen in talking to our customers is there's still a large base of them that only require, basic low-cost routing and hybrid WAN features. And many of those customers still want to maintain the ability to choose best of breed software, best of breed hardware, whatever meets their unique requirements. They don't want to be boxed into a specific, a bespoke lineup. So to address this gap between the lower end market requirements and these higher end fully integrated SD-WAN solutions, ADVA's introducing this new feature called SmartWAN.
Well, you raised a really interesting point there about the dichotomy between the need for a low entry point and the need for a solution that can be expanded later. And SmartWAN is built on our industry-leading Ensemble solution that does provide the ability to host VNFs. So tell us a bit more about why that's so important and why the ability to avoid vendor lock-in is still critical even at the low end of the market.
I think it's pretty clear, we're an industry leader now in NFV and UCP, and in that role, we've had the benefit of pretty broad customer engagements that span managed service providers of all sizes, direct enterprise customers, as well as global system integrators and resellers. So we're talking to a lot of people. Across the board, we're getting more and more feedback that ask ADVA to support advanced networking functionality as part of the core Ensemble platform. So to address this market demand, we're really targeting a number of key features for SmartWAN. First and foremost is that this will be a fully integrated secure networking solution that can be delivered as part of the base connector package. That includes routing and policy-based VPNs. But the solution is really intended to, be low cost, small footprint, and high performance. That's going to be suitable for small to medium-sized businesses or can scale up to large enterprises. SmartWAN is fully integrated into the Ensemble ZTP process. So that's important because you get all the automated installation, provisioning, licensing, all of those things that make the solution really easy to deploy. It's also going to be integrated into our simple and intuitive management tools. This is going to allow customers to streamline the building and administration of their network, their overlay VPNs, and all those capabilities that SmartWAN delivers. In addition to the core networking benefits of SmartWAN, as you mentioned, building on top of Ensemble, customers are going to be able to leverage all the existing benefits of our open hosting platform. So they can deploy the solution on any standard Intel-based white box server. Customers can also extend their SmartWAN deployment with other third-party applications. So if they need more than networking, they can bring in WAN optimization, deep packet inspection, additional best-of-breed security services, or even run their own white label, private enterprise applications on that same hardware infrastructure. And that's a real key benefit. It's a single box that can run all of those different types of applications. But this really provides the customers with the ability to evolve their networking capabilities as their requirements change. They're not static. They may need very basic routing in the early days and then more functionality later. And they can do all of that within the same hardware platform, the same deployment model, the same management model, and not be locked into a given set of features and hardware platforms and software vendors.
Better, faster, cheaper, extensible, manageable. That's a great story. And it's a real story. We're actually delivering this, but we're not delivering all of it at the same time. There's a rollout of features. So, how is SmartWAN being rolled out? What's available now, and what's coming in the future?
Currently, SmartWAN has two primary use cases that we'll support. The first is called SmartWAN vRouter, and as the name would indicate, it delivers a what we call a compact, high performance embedded routing engine that will automatically deploy as part of Ensemble Connector, as you mentioned. So, SmartWAN vRouter is going to provide a number of advanced networking features, a lot of things that you would see on any other third-party routing solution. So it'll be dual stack IPv4 and IPv6. It will have IPsec capabilities with IP pass-through for secure networking. We support things like bidirectional forwarding detection for tunnel performance and latency measurements, so we can actively keep track of what the overlay looks like. BGP, OSPF, NHRP to detail topology and handle dynamic recovery. VRRP for high availability. Some newer capabilities around dynamic full mesh overlay networking with something called DM VPN, BGP flow spec. So that's used for marking tunnels for traffic sharing and path redundancy. So that's important. We're supporting acceleration capabilities, so things like SRIOV for high throughput, and then also just very open standard netconf support for simplified management integration. So that's a lot, a lot, but it's a lot of the basic capabilities that you'll see in most of the standard routers today. And it will be automatically enabled, provisioned, and licensed right out of the box as part of the Ensemble ZTP process, as I mentioned. And all of this, the SmartWAN vRouter is currently available today as part of our 19.1 release. So the second main feature is what we call SmartWAN secure networking. And this is going to extend on the routing capabilities that I just mentioned, but really then focused on providing secure, what we call secure hybrid networking. In this use case, then WAN traffic can be encrypted and tunneled across any available network path. So MPLS, private networks, broadband internet, or 4G, 5G wireless are all available technologies that we can run traffic over. We'll support different topologies. So in addition to hub and spoke, we can also support the ability to set up dynamic mesh topologies, as I mentioned previously with the DM VPN. And the benefit there is we get the ability to set up set up and management more efficiently of branch to branch traffic. We'll support some, basic policy capabilities to support the distribution of traffic across WAN paths, and also support failover capabilities so that you can still deliver traffic in the case of the outage on a particular network access interface. The other key part of the secure networking feature is also going to be the management application, something we'll call SmartWAN Manager, that will be delivered as part of the Ensemble Virtualization Director. And this is going to provide an easy-to-use centralized management tool that will simplify the configuration and deployment and management of hybrid overlay networks. And really also start to get into things like integrated telemetry and analytics, and kind of digging in deep to what the traffic is and how it's being managed over the network topology. Also troubleshooting, I mean, that's clearly going to be important as well for hybrid overlay networks. And SmartWay and secure networking is targeted for release in the first half of next year. So that's one in the pipe that we're working on now, and it's forthcoming soon.
Well, that's a great set of features. We can see that SmartWAN is a optimized virtual networking solution. Uh, and it lets our users turn up these networks without the need for any additional VNFs. And I think that's a very important innovation. It combines the industry-leading software from two vendors, ADVA and 6WIND, and it gives our customers the ability to simplify their networks and probably just as important, to provide a platform for innovation. Well, that's all we have time for today. Mike, I want to thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing more about SmartWAN.
TechCam.